Hello, welcome to the United Man. My name is Shane. Today we're going to be going through all the latest transfers. That's including Saul Niguez, some new information on Bruno Fernandes, Milinkovic Savic, where that stands, Sean Longstaff on obviously Newcastle's valuation on him. Got a lot to get through today, so let's go. Before we get started, guys, just wanted to say a massive thank you on reaching 300 subscribers. Now, as you know, I've only been at this for about just about 8 weeks, so greatly appreciated. Love making the content for you guys and getting my opinions out there, reporting on news that comes in through various sources, and giving my opinion and take on those. More than anything, getting you guys take on it. Love discussing with the community on all the United issues and promising deals and our future. Yes, let's start with the Bruno Fernandes saga. Right, so as we know, Bruno Fernandes is Solskjaer's, or has been named as Solskjaer's priority target moving forward. That's whether or not Paul Pogba stays. Now, it's been reported by the Portuguese press on this one, by A Bowler. There's been some English media releasing that Bruno Fernandes deal is no longer on. However, the Portuguese press all over the place, including Ebola, have come out saying that's not the case. And indeed, that it's just the fact that Manchester United are waiting for, or more like wanting to get the centre-back issue sorted first, and then looking to complete two midfielder deals afterwards. One of the reports go on to say, the Portuguese press has a lot of respect for the English media and often covers reports from the UK. So Ebola are probably pretty sure of what they are saying to be so direct against those claims. It goes on further to suggest that Sporting are just now waiting for Manchester United to meet their valuation of Bruno Fernandes, which seems to still be in the realms of around 70 million euros. So at the moment, Man United haven't gone beyond around the 55 million mark for Bruno Fernandes. So Sporting obviously holding out for their own valuation of him, which again isn't a massive figure, but obviously Man United are trying to not overspend, as you heard Solskjaer quote in his press conference as they arrived in Perth. I don't really believe that to be the case, that we are waiting for a centre-back. I more believe it to be the case that Man United are playing hardball with the transfer fee with Sporting Lisbon and wanting to get the fee for around the 50 million mark as opposed to going up to the 65, 70. That's what I more believe that to be the case. Ruben Dias. Now, if this one is true, I'll be very happy about this one. Now, it's obviously been reported that United scouts were out to watch one of the Benfica friendlies on Wednesday and also keep an eye on Ruben Dias whilst there. Now, this one seems to only have come about because of interest in Victor Lindelof from Barcelona. I'd be surprised if that was the case with Barcelona coming in for Lindelof, where there's much more established, better centre-halves in Europe at the moment. So I'd be surprised if they were in for that one, in for Lindelof, sorry, and I'm not too sure if that is the case. Stranger things have happened, but I wouldn't believe they'd be in for Lindelof of all centre-halves around Europe. But it goes on to say that Manchester United are willing to hit his 60 million euro clause to trigger him coming to Manchester United if indeed Lindelof does leave. So from what's been reported on that one, they're just saying, look, this deal's only on should Lindelof leave. Like Pogba and the Ndombele deal, we shouldn't be waiting for see if players are leaving or not. Now that's landed us in the spot that we're in now with Pogba. Not saying it's going to be the same situation for Lindelof. I don't believe that to be the case. But point is, if there is a good player that is available or you can go and get them. It doesn't matter whether a player's leaving or not. Let's just go and acquire these good players. And obviously, they already picked Barley for him to fit into his system. We need quality players. We've not got anywhere near enough quality players at the moment. So let's go and get these players. Corriere della news outlet also goes on to say that the Benfica president is actually looking to renew Dias' contract with interest rife around Europe, so that the release clause isn't so low. You'd imagine he'd be looking for around the realms of 100 million or 80 million, as it was for João Felix. Moving on to some more information on Milinkovic Savic. Now, this one is more likely to only be done if Pogba should leave. However, I believe it's the case that we should also, if indeed he is a target of ours, we should actually look at signing him anyway. If indeed Solskjaer does look to employ the diamond, or which is more likely he's going to look to play wingers, either way, we can have Milinkovic Savic in there alongside Pogba, or indeed Bruno Fernandes. It just depends on how Solskjaer is going to play. It's been reported that Lazio are basically wanting around 100 million euros for Milinkovic Savic to be able to leave Lazio. Now, it's been reported also that Milinkovic Savic has let Lazio know that he's not putting a transfer request, but he'd like his future to be elsewhere. He'd like to play Champions League football and challenge for major titles. That being said, we're not in the Champions League, but obviously going forward the next couple of years, we should be in a position to actually challenge. It also goes on to say that Matija Kezman, Milinkovic Savic's agent, hasn't yet actually come back to Lazio with the received offers from basically his tour around Europe, and all the offers that he's accumulated. He's not yet got back to Lazio with those offers on the table, which would suggest that there's more interest, or that they're not meeting the valuation. However, for me, with Pogba wanting to leave, as you guys know before from my previous videos, I would like to see Milinkovic Savic in anyway, and I believe he'll be able to operate effectively alongside Bruno Fernandes as well. Another player that Man United has been linked with is also a Serbian compatriot of Milinkovic Savic, is Nikola Milinkovic, who plays for Fiorentina. Another centre-back that we've been linked with, very young this one though, 21-year-old. He is ball dominant. I seen him play in the World Cup on a couple of occasions. From what I can remember, looked pretty solid, but I didn't pay much attention to him. I was more focused on Milinkovic Savic. But from what I've seen, is a very, very ball dominant centre-back, where he's winning everything in the air, both offensively and defensively. He is very good at making well-timed challenges and interceptions, but one thing that worries me the most is indeed his pace. He is by no means the most athletic centre-back. As I said, he's a ball-dominant centre-back, which is great, but for me, how the Premier League is, the speed of it and the speed of the players, I think he'd struggle. So for me, that's probably not the best option in terms of a centre-back, should we fail to get Harry Maguire. So back to the Saul Niguez transfer. AS reported that Man United are willing to pay the 150 million euro clause. I don't know. I can't see United parting with that amount of cash for the one player. And he's not better than Paul Pogba in my estimation. Now, I know the market's inflated, it's been quoted a lot, but for me, I can't see Man United paying that much for him. So for me, that one is a no-no. I can't see Man United forking out that amount of money for the one player, especially someone in terms of he's more of an all-rounder more than a specialist player, get your bum off seats kind of player. Not for me. Just also reporting a couple of new names that have popped up as well. You've got the Gremio striker, Everton. Never seen him play. Don't know much about it, but it's been reported over the last couple of days that Man United are scouting, well, Man United scouts are watching him with a possible transfer in mind. Now that reminds me of the Pedro deal, the Pedro Brazilian striker at Fluminense. That came out of nowhere. Nothing's come of that since, and I believe that to be pretty much the same with this one. Also, Benoit Badiashile, Man United are also looking at this centre-back. Again, a young, promising centre-back. I've not seen him play, so I couldn't tell you much about the guy. Now, at this point, leading up to us actually signing a centre-back, I believe it's going to be more of the same. We're going to end up being linked to every man and his dog. everyone knows that Manchester United are after a centre-back, so we're linked to loads of centre-backs, young centre-backs with potential. So we're probably actually in for maybe 2 or 3, maybe. Harry Maguire being one, Issa Diop, I believe, being another. And I hope, fingers crossed, that the Ruben Dias one is an option, a viable option as well. Now, just news on Longstaff. Obviously, Man United had a valuation of between sort of 15 to 25 million to actually sign Sean Longstaff. Newcastle have come out and gone, bang, have that. 50 mil want for him, just like your Wan-Bissaka. So, Man United, rightly so, look to be calling interest if that's the price tag that Newcastle are working with. Not proven enough for me for us to be forking out 50 million on the lad. So yeah, I think Man United are well within their rights. One of the things that I do like as well is that Man United have come out and said to Real Madrid, or sorry, Mino Raiola, because you're trying to spit your dummy out and getting Pogba to do the same thing, Bosha, there you go. There's another extra 30, 35 million top of the price tag. Man United now asking for 180 million pounds for Paul Pogba. I love that. I love that. We're not being pushed around. We're not being bullied. As Solskjaer said in his press conference, we don't have to sell. So we're not going to be bullied by anyone. So for me, that's what we should be doing. That's what Man United should be. We should be bullshit. We should be like that. We should be saying, nah, we're not giving up our players. I know, pay us double the amount that he's worth, you know, or pay us double the amount we paid for him. I like that. Anyway, guys, much appreciated for sticking with me. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and hit that notification button if you'd like to stay notified of all the videos that I'm dropping. Okay, much appreciated. Take care, guys. See ya.